What is a weekend?
You need to get out more.
Let's do a show!
You ready?
It's showtime.
Wake up! Friday!
But it's not just any Friday, though.
No. This is a last Friday of the year and long weekend Friday.
Yes, this is what we call the season finale.
I love it. Yeah, because I guarantee you, you don't need to stay in don't tune in for next season.
No, I hope next season we have better writers.
That would help. Maybe if we just had writers, period.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I wonder who's going to get written off this year, or next year, I mean.
Well, I can tell you, but I don't want to give away the plot.
Yeah.
Morning, Doc.
Morning.
How's every little thing?
Oh, I just can't win over here.
Yeah, you said, DJB went home.
Yes.
Said, I go home now.
Yeah, it just decided to close. Close up early for the day.
For those of you that don't know and have been living under a rock, DJB is our operating system.
Well, it's the program that runs the on-air stuff.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Windows would be the operating system.
Whatever. Get technical with me.
But, I'm constantly in it. Now,
Somebody ain't getting no breakfast now.
Now, I got the other 3 out of 4 behaving, for the most part. But KBEU is the redheaded stepchild. And refuses.
Well, I quit flipping the coin to see which way it was going to go before I started the car in the morning.
Yeah. Well, see, and that's just it. It's hard to tell because there's something on the air.
Yes.
And the only time it goes dead air is at the top of the hour. But if you're not listening at the top of the hour, you wouldn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
You hear normal programming, you're like, oh, everything's fine.
Everything's where like it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
So come to find out, there's 144 gigabytes worth of hard drive space taken up in errors.
Huh?
Yeah.
You know what the problem is, then, right? You ain't got no memory.
Yeah, that's probably why DJB is like, oh, you know what? Screw this. I can't work under these conditions. I'm going home.
I've been telling you and telling you and telling you. And what are you doing? You're just filing me away.
Yeah, so this thing says it's going to take about 55 minutes to clean this stuff up. Like cheese and rice, really.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Can we keep the round table going for about 55 minutes?
Well, I can give you 33 minutes.
Because if we
32 seconds.
If we bail out at top of the 8, see, I'm not going to have anything to fall back into.
Well,
I'll just have to leave it on you.
There you go. Dear God in heaven knows, all right?
At least something's on the air.
So, Trump been blocked in 2 states. Did you see this?
Well, I saw the one from Michigan. What's the other
Colorado Supreme Court and Maine's Secretary of State have ruled that the former president isn't eligible to run for his old job in their states.
Based on what?
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. Colorado and Maine have both ruled that Donald Trump is ineligible to run under a rarely used constitutional ban against those who engaged in insurrection. But both decisions are on hold while the legal process plays out. The U.S. ratified the 14th Amendment after the Civil War, which includes a clause called Section 3, designed to keep former Confederates from regaining government power. And dozens of lawsuits have been filed to disqualify Trump, claiming he engaged in insurrection on January 6th and is no longer qualified to run for office.
Okay, here's an interesting question, and somebody should go back and look at this. Somebody who understands law history,
right? Yeah, because I don't.
So historically,
yeah.
If you look back at the Confederate soldiers who were in office prior to the Confederacy,
sure.
All right, so then they were barred from going back into office because of insurrection, right?
Yes.
So what were the procedures?
Because they lost, but, whatever.
But what were the procedures to determine that they were ineligible to run for office again.
Back in 18 whatever?
Yeah. See, there had to be some kind of proceeding. I don't think they just walked around and go, no, yes,
And
no.
Oh, you got to be kidding.
Not that guy. No, I know him.
Yeah, no. We know where he's been.
He's never returned my donkey.
So, I mean, I'm just thinking that all of this is either going to lead to something really, really bad or nothing at all. One of the two. I can't decide which. I don't know.
I think they want to start a fight.
Well, it's all these Yankee states. I mean,
Colorado's not a Yankee state.
Close enough. They're all liberals. Tell me they're not. I mean, my daughter just moved back from there.
Well, wait a minute. So
God love her, but she's as liberal as the day is long.
So basically, the states that favored slavery would have to be the Confederate states, right? Because
that was the accusation that was leveled. Yes.
Okay, so those states would be southern states, even though some of those states weren't even in the South.
Right.
But then again, you got some not so northern states that were still part of the Union. So, like California was not a Confederate state.
Right.
It was a Union state. Or they were in support of the Union. I can't remember if they were a state yet or not. Anyhow, so that means California's Yankee.
Oh, well, that's no surprise.
Yeah. See?
All right, so here you go. Here's the short and skinny, right? After the Civil War, the U.S. ratified the 14th Amendment to guarantee rights to former slaves and more, right? Mm-hmm. It also included a two-sentence clause called Section 3, designed to keep former Confederates from regaining government power after the war.
Right.
The measure reads, no person shall be a senator or representative in Congress or elector of president and vice president or hold any office, civil or military, under the United States or under any state who, having previously taken an oath as a member of Congress or as an officer of the United States or as a member of any state legislature or as an executive or judicial officer of any state to support the Constitution of the United States shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same or given aid or comfort to the enemies thereof. But Congress may, by a vote of 2/3 of each house, remove such disability. Well, Congress did remove that disability from most Confederates in 1872, and the provision fell into disuse. But it was rediscovered after January 6th. So Trump is already being prosecuted for the attempt to overturn his 2020 loss that culminated with January 6th. But
there was key wording in there, though.
But Section 3 doesn't require a criminal conviction to take effect. Are you with me? Dozens of lawsuits have been filed to disqualify Trump, claiming he engaged in insurrection on January 6th and is no longer qualified to run for office. All the suits failed until the Colorado ruling, and dozens of secretaries of state have been asked to remove him from the ballot. All said they didn't have the authority to do so without a court order until Maine Secretary of State Shinabello's decision. So the Supreme Court has never ruled on Section 3. It's likely to do so in considering appeals of the Colorado decision. The state Republican Party has already appealed, and Trump is expected to file his own shortly. Bellows' ruling cannot be appealed straight to the U.S. Supreme Court. It has to be appealed up the judicial chain first, starting with a trial in Maine. So there you go. And the Maine decision does force the high court's hand. It was already highly likely the justices would hear the Colorado case, but Maine removes any doubt. They're going to hear it now.
So based on what happens to Maine, we'll pretty much flood down to everybody else.
Yes.
So
and you know what? It would have to be one of the quickest trials in U.S. history in order to take place before the election. And he can't be removed from the ballot as long as it's still a question. Isn't that right?
I would think.
So as long as it's still a question
He's still on the ballot.
he's still on the ballot. Because even Colorado said they couldn't get him off the ballot before the primary, the Republican primary, which is what, January, February?
Usually in March.
Might be. So, you know, I mean, it's all a bunch of hooey as far as, you know, I'm concerned, but, you know, whatever.
Well, I mean, if that's one way to win. I mean, have you seen the poll numbers?
Yeah, you know, I mean, the Democrats are in trouble, okay? But, you know, it's just one of those things, you know, I mean, yeah, well, you can't play with us. We no longer have to vote with you. You go home now.
Yeah, but they can't beat Trump.
So, you know, personally, I think we need, you know, like somebody that's like 30 years younger.
Well, wouldn't that be nice?
I mean,
Instead of dealing with these old farts.
Right? You know, I mean, geriatric.
I mean, I'm talking about the ones up there in their 80s. Cause
well, yeah, I mean, yeah, and that is Doc Bryce at YesRadioWorks.com. Okay. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's the round table, guys.
When is it going to be Gen X's turn to run government?
Boy, I digress.
You boomers up there still running everything and trying to run it like it's 1950 something.
Well, I mean, you know, having them geriatric flashbacks, I don't know, man.
That's Gen X's
Boy,
time,
back
man.
in my day. Boy, I'm telling you, it's not your day.
We're going to run this country like it's 1989.
Well, I like 1989. 1989 was really, really cool, okay? You know, so we can go right back to there. I'll be all right. The economy was great.
Yeah, everything was going good.
Nobody messed with us.
Yeah.
Wasn't no wars.
We had a nuclear superiority over the world.
Right?
Good times, man. Good times. And it was good for business, too.
They were glory days, man. I mean, you know, there you go. The Round Table brought to you each and every weekday morning for a limited time by these fine sponsors. St. John's Place in Fordyce and Washington Nursing and Rehab in Camden. They, of course, are the choice for all of your rehabilitation and long-term care needs. They provide award-winning short-term therapy services, too. So you can reach them by dialing 870-352-2104 or 870-836-4111. First Choice Family Care, 476 Hospital Drive, 870-800-9002. Get that new patient packet at myfirstchoicecare.com. They are now open from 7 to 7, Monday through Friday, for all your medical needs. OCMC CDU reminding you you're not alone. Hey, if you're struggling, call these guys, man. 870-836-1289, 1-800-232-1289. All calls are confidential. Mitch Lowe's Body Shop. Accidents happen. If you put it in the ditch, you better call
Maria
at Mitch Lowe's Body Shop. 837-2560. Doc Bryce, everybody. Stories, Floor, and Carpet, 2004 Lorraine and El Dorado. They do more than just flooring. They do custom tile backsplashes, you know, this, that, and the other thing. Anyway, they got like 6 months no interest financing throughout the end of the year. So guess what, Coachies? It's the end of the year. If you're interested in this, you better log on to their website, storiesfloor.com, and check them out. And while you're there, they invite you to visualize. That's right. You can see your new flooring project online, storiesfloor.com. Cabin Rural Health Services, they're on a mission to help folks in Calhoun, Clark, Bradley, Miller, Hampstead, Lafayette, Washita, and Union counties. So if you're interested in their services, because they offer medical, dental, and behavioral health care, call them up, 870-798-4299, and see what Cabin can do for you. We got to go ahead and take a quick pause for the cause. But you guys hang out. Give me just a minute. We'll be back. Good morning, South Arkansas. It's time for the Washita River Report for Friday, December 29th. In Camden, the current gauge reading is 11.28 feet. Arkadelphia currently at 4.7 feet. At Thatcher Lock and Dam, the current gauge reading is 76.99 feet. And at Morro Bay State Park, the gauge is 68.7 feet. There are no river warnings currently in effect, so I'm continuing to learn about state landmarks. Places like Pinnacle Mountain State Park. It's a 2,356-acre state park surrounding Pinnacle Mountain. There are 22 miles of hiking and mountain bike trails in the park, and it's also a Trail of Tears National Historic Spot. The Cherokees and parts of 4 other Indian tribes were removed from the site and faced many challenges as a result. You can stay up to date with your current river conditions right here every weekday morning. Reliability of this forecast is based on current and forecasted river and weather conditions from the National Weather Service in Little Rock. You guys have a great weekend and Happy New Year.
It's time to check the Radio Works South Arkansas Community Bulletin Board.
If your nonprofit group has an event you would like to be included in the Community Bulletin Board, please email the information to CamdenRadio1@hotmail.com or fax to 836-9500. Please include times, dates, contact number, and address of the event. Please send at least 5 to 7 days prior to the event to give us ample time to properly advertise.
Mostly sunny skies for you today, South Arkansas. Temperature should reach near 46 with your winds out of the west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, you can expect mostly clear skies and an overnight low near 26. For Saturday, it'll be sunny and 54. Then on Saturday night, mostly clear and 30. Sunday, mostly sunny and 60. Then on New Year's Day, we're looking at mostly sunny skies and temperatures near 47. Out of the Radio Works Weather Center, I'm JJ. All right, we are back in the studios. Well, to be honest with you, I never left.
Mm-hmm.
I just took a commercial break. I didn't take a break. Let's see what all we've got going on. Well, congratulations to the Camden Fairview girls. They won their Holiday Classic game last night.
Oh, that's good.
And the boys came up a little short, it looks like. So I don't have the scores, but my main sportsman extraordinaire, Kelly Blair, just giving me the 411 on that.
Oh, don't you miss that?
We
always bagged on him and
right?
gave him a hard time.
But God, I loved Kelly.
We'd spike his coffee and stuff, and have a giggle. And now that he's gone, it's like,
locking him in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Good times, man.
That was great, man, especially when he was in production. And I used to bang on the studio glass and watch him shoot out of the chair. Oh, good times. But now he's gone, and we're like in the dark when it comes to sports.
Yeah, we have no clue what's going on.
Yeah, so at least he's still nice to us after what we did to him.
Yeah,
Poor Kelly.
Love you, brother.
Remember that time we let that stink bomb off?
But it was in his studio.
Yeah,
right?
it was in his studio.
Putting stuff under the door to keep it in there.
Yeah, that was great.
All right, so he's going to give me a little more in-depth report here. So he says, so now Camden Fairview boys play El Dorado at 5:30, and Camden Fairview girls play Falk, which is 18-0, ranked number 3 in 3A at 7. So the girls are taking prime time, baby. Thank you, Kelly.
Does that mean? I think that means they play tonight.
Boys are in a third-place game. Girls are in a championship game of their bracket. See, this is why I love Kelly.
We should invite him out more.
Yeah, well, I'd keep inviting him. He just won't show up. California's first huge swells of the winter are wreaking havoc on the state's coastline. Did you hear about this?
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah, dude. In Ventura County, waves of up to 12 feet have already been reported, and the Central Coast has seen 18 to 20-foot swells. High surf advisories remain in effect throughout Ventura County on Thursday, with local officials imploring the community to stay away from the water as multiple rescues were conducted in the morning. Looks like 8 people sustained minor to moderate injuries and were taken to the hospital after large waves caused flooding near South Seaward Avenue in Ventura County. at the Inn on the Beach, located on Seaward Avenue, things were messy. The floor of the lobby was covered in mud and sand, and the carpet squeezed with water. And, yeah, I mean, they were saying this morning on ABC News that they were expecting 24-foot waves to come in.
Oh, cowabunga.
24-foot waves, dude. I mean, that's going to wreak havoc on the seawall. Because I've been to the seawall, and in a lot of places, it ain't 10 feet high, let alone 20 feet high. Let's see. In the nearby city of Carmel, highway patrol and police cars blocked a section of the Shoreline Drive from traffic because of waves crashing up the beach and onto the shore. The surfers were like, oh, dude, man, that's right. I got to go check that out, man.
Hang 10.
Let's see. It says here we're expecting the highest waves today to be arriving either late morning or early afternoon, and then maybe some drops in height tomorrow, but still well above normal. And then the waves are scheduled to pick back up Saturday with another surge of higher swells arrives. So been really strong storms over the Pacific Ocean, and we don't normally necessarily see that because they move up the north or go in some other direction.
Right.
And while these storms are moving through, strong winds can form big waves, which propagate out along, and the waves just come barreling right in. The ingredients for high walls of water include strong wind, time, and distance. And, man, have they got all of those. So, yeah.
I think all the surfers will be flocking over there.
Dude, I'm seeing a picture of them just sitting here waiting for their wave. Awesome stuff. The power of nature being awesome as it is. Whoa, don't knock that over.
Yeah, don't make a mess in there. They don't need a tidal wave in the studio.
No, tidal wave in studio, bad.
Yeah.
Very, very bad. Let's see what else we've got on our front page Yahoo News.
Top cat names.
Oh, dude, man, you're gonna love my This Week in Science, because I had to go and get it myself, because prep is off.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's coming up really, really cool.
You know what the top cat name is in Arkansas, and I've never heard this name.
No, but I'm afraid you're gonna tell me.
Luna. Yeah. Which is also shared with Florida, Georgia, or I'm not Georgia, South Carolina, the Virginias, both of them. Maine, both Dakotas, Washington, Oregon, California, Colorado. You know what top name is for in Texas?
Huh. Ragnarok?
Kitty.
Well,
Why,
Miss Kitty?
Yeah, exactly. See, and when I was living in Texas and I had my first cat when I moved out, her name, Miss Kitty.
Yep, there you go.
Which it says in Texas it greatly reflects the ranch and cowboy culture and Spanish influence of the state. So some of the top names as well as Kitty include Austin, Dallas, Rooster.
You write your own folks, okay?
Dolly, Junebug, Paco, Pinto, Chief, Banjo, and, well, that's disturbing. Calling your cat Brisket. Yeah.
So long as he stays away from the grill, everything will be fine. Otherwise, he's going to be well done. Oh, let's see. Kitty cats, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, my first cat, first apartment, Miss Kitty.
Lancelot, my first cat.
Mikey had a cat named Lancelot. We got Lancelot from Petco or PetSmart. One of the pet places over in Hot Springs. They were doing Adopt a Cat Day.
Right.
And so the cat chose Mikey when he was like, I don't know, 4 or something like that. But recently, Lancelot is no longer with us.
Well, that's sad. My Lancelot is no longer with us either. But,
Yeah.
that was like 50 years ago. So. Let's see. Some of the biggest movies of all time missed out on Best Picture wins at the Oscars, and it takes a rare feat of cinematic perfection to win such a hallowed award. And one such winner is Leaving Netflix. You need to make time to watch it before it rides off into the sunset. Are you ready, Doc Bryce?
Okay.
Have you seen No Country for Old Men?
Yes.
Special picture from the legendary Coen brothers. They did Fargo, The Big Lebowski, and many more. But you only...
Big Lebowski is falling off of Netflix at the end of the year.
Yeah, you only have until the 1st of January to catch it.
Uh-huh.
Based on Cormac McCarthy's book of the same name, this movie stars a terrific triumvirate of Tommy Lee Jones, Javier Bardem, and Josh Brolin. You won't, however, see them riding around on horses and drinking sarsaparilla. This is a neo-Western set in the year 1980, but still undoubtedly a Western. So our three leads are a hitman, a sheriff, and an ordinary hunter. 3 different walks of life, but each is brought together by one thing: money. And when that hunter stumbles upon some ill-gotten gains, he starts all kinds of trouble for those on both sides of the law. So make your plans now over the weekend to see No Country for Old Men. I don't know, Doc, was it any good? I hadn't seen it.
It's been a while. Isn't it the one with, that's the one with Mel Gibson in it, isn't it?
Tommy Lee Jones.
And, oh, no, wait a minute. I'm thinking another one because I was thinking of Mel Gibson and, oh, shoot, the dude from Tombstone with the big mustache. How can I forget his name?
You talking about Iceman?
No, not Val Kilmer. The raspy one with the gray mustache.
Oh yeah, but ain't he dead in real life?
No, he's still alive. He did The Ranch and
Oh, Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott, yeah. Yeah, the new Smokey the Bear. There was a movie that had, I could have sworn it had Mel Gibson and Sam Elliott in it. Some military thing, or I can't remember. So no, I didn't see that one. I was thinking of something else.
Well, I think I'm gonna have to. Bill Paxton. That was the one that I was trying to remember. That I thought you might have been talking about.
He did.
So yeah.
Yeah. Which was really sad because he died very young.
Right? I mean, great actor. I love that guy. Did that movie Twister and stuff.
Yeah. Remember when they were twisting the night away?
Yes.
Going all to the dance halls and stuff? That was great.
Oh, man. I loved it. They shouted a lot.
Yeah, they did.
Twist and shout, baby.
Just a little bit softer now. Just a little bit softer now.
Let's see. Anything going on this week? You got any big plans?
No, it's New Year's. And not only that, I got a kid in tow.
It's a bittersweet weekend for me.
Well, I got to find something that's kid-friendly.
My grandson's been in from Utah since before Christmas.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that dude.
And he's got to go back tomorrow. So I am not looking forward to that. I really love having the kid around, man. He's really a cool kid. He's into vinyl, Doc Bryce.
Oh?
And not just any vinyl. He's into old vinyl.
Oh.
Like Marty Robbins, one of his favorite singers.
Really?
Yes. And he has gotten his mom to take him all over to all the antique stores, and he's been going through old vinyl. So we've been listening to all these old Eddie Arnold and all of these old guys, Glenn Miller Band, this, that, and the other thing. It's been a whole lot of fun. I'm gonna miss him. I guess he'll be back for a month in the summer, but anyway, we got to take him back to the airport tomorrow. So I'll be getting up early and going to Little Rock.
Oh, he didn't fly in through El Dorado?
Yeah, no. When they're unaccompanied minors, they have to have special
Yeah, because I had
stuff on the plane, right?
Yeah, because I had to go through that with
Special
Catherine.
provisions. That's what I was looking at.
Yeah, Catherine always had a flight attendant assigned to her.
Well, and apparently the only airline that he can fly on is Southwest because their rules are different than everybody else. It costs the same for an unaccompanied minor as it does for a regular ticket holder. And on other airlines, it costs more for an unaccompanied minor. I guess because they have to put up with the kid. Mm-hmm. So, anyway, Southwest is what he's been flying on, and doggone it, yeah, I'm hating to see him go.
But he's in good hands, though.
He is in good hands. And, you know, he's been doing this for a good number of years now, flying back and forth, so yeah, he's used to it.
Yeah, I've trusted Southwest Airlines many times with my kid under 18.
Right. So, you know, I mean, it is what it is. So, let's see what else is going on this weekend. Anything locally that you know about?
Well, the trash.
All right, so in the city...
If your trash is getting picked up on Monday...
Yeah, you better put it out tomorrow.
It gets picked up on Saturday. And then, for the county...
We're running a day behind.
Right. So there'll be a 1-day delay. Say that 5 times fast.
I'm trying not to. And let's see, kids going back to school. I don't think so, not yet, right?
Can't be soon enough, but no, not till after the first of the year.
So, well, Tuesday's after the 1st. Can't we send them back on Tuesday?
I wish.
Apparently not.
I guess it's too fast.
Huh.
You got to give them time to recoup, I guess. Recover from that hard weekend.
Let's see. Oh, those were stupid stories. That's why I didn't do those. I was looking through show prep from yesteryear, right? Mm-hmm. Trying to come up with a nice, neat story to go out on. And, yeah, here we go. Here's a good one. You'll love this. Should get us through. Here's a fun scenario for you parents out there. Are y'all ready? Your 10-year-old just knocked their front tooth out. What do you do with it?
Put it in a little lock box.
Well, according to this, you should shove that sucker right back in.
What?
Pediatric dentist just did a video about what to do in that situation. You probably heard that putting a tooth in milk can help save it, which is true. But she says putting it back in the socket is even better, even if it's the wrong way.
What?
Yeah. Now, this is only for adult teeth. Baby teeth don't matter. And it's also not possible if the tooth broke off. But assuming it's still in one piece, here are the 4 steps. Are you ready?
Okay.
Don't pick it up by the root. Don't touch the root at all, just the crown.
So if you touch the root, the mama won't take it back?
Apparently.
Oh, my.
Rinse it with water, no soap or chemicals, and don't dry it. You need to keep it wet.
So
Gently.
So you have to keep it moist.
Moist, yes. It's just nasty.
I know you just made a bunch of listeners out there cringe.
So you gently try to slide it back into your screaming child's mouth. It should slip right in there, but if it's not happening, just tap it a couple of times with a hammer. No, I'm teasing. Don't force it. You've still got the milk option. If you don't have milk, you can also put the tooth in your mouth for safekeeping. Just tuck it right in your cheek. What a fun family bonding moment that would be, huh?
What? Tuck it up in your cheek?
Yes.
Like dip?
Yes.
Should
Don't.
you spit?
Don't put it in a young child's cheek, though, or they might swallow it.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And don't put it in tap water. Go straight to a dentist. If it's not back in the socket within an hour, there's less of a chance that they can save it.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, really? I just don't think so. And finally today, there are many places people find the love of their lives. school, work, online dating apps, parties, gyms. But have you ever met the one on an airplane? In a new survey of international travelers, 30% say they have dated someone they met on a plane. It kind of seems high, doesn't it? 30%?
Yeah.
Any time I've been on a flight, I was typically annoyed by everybody on a plane, but whatever. 23% say they have married someone they met while traveling. So that's not just people on the plane. That's throughout the whole trip. And 25% have a best friend they met while traveling. On an average trip, travelers will make 4 new friends. Who are these people?
I don't know.
They'll gain 12 new followers on social media. Really? 49% of travelers say they've taken a life-changing solo trip. And 20% say they find it easier to meet people when they're traveling alone. 66% of travelers say meeting new people while on a trip leads to a much better experience, and 77% believe meeting the local people makes the journey more rewarding and immersive. I'm assuming that's for international trips, not excursions to like Indianapolis or something like that. But, yeah. Well, Doc, the final round table of 2023.
I know. I feel like we should have had some kind of award ceremony or something, or maybe a countdown, of the top things that happened in 2023 that we forgot about, or.
Well,
Or like
we did do the chili cook-off,
Yeah, we did that.
and we were able to make a couple of decent donations out of that, thanks to everybody that came out to the chili cook-off.
Yeah.
Shop with a Cop, OCAPS, and Camden Animal Control all benefited from everybody's generosity, and we were more than happy to be a part of that. And we look forward to everything that we're doing in 2024. We getting new digs. We'll be moving. Moving on up.
So, where's the transition with that?
What, we're moving?
Yeah, I mean, because we're going from 2023 into 2024.
Yes.
And that'll be a smooth transition. I mean, you just wake up and boom, there you are.
Yeah,
You're in 2024.
Sure. Yeah, it's not going to happen so much with the studios.
That's what I'm thinking.
So,
Can I just? So how is it that we just wake up in 2024 and we're in new studios?
It would probably take a healthy donation from each of us to make that happen, Captain.
Because they're still working hard over there.
Yes, they are. And I can wait.
They got the tower up and everything. They got some cables pulled and
Dishes are over there?
yeah, and we no furniture yet though. They're working on it though.
No, it's fine. All right, guys and gals. Well, it's the roundtable, the final one of 2023. Hope you guys have enjoyed it again this year, and we'll be doing it again next year because we are fully sponsored by folks like Cabin Rural Health Services, whose mission it is to meet the healthcare needs of the folks in Calhoun, Clark, Bradley, Mallory, Hempstead, Lafayette, Ouachita, and Union counties. They do medical, dental, and behavioral health care, and they want me to remind you, don't hesitate. Vaccinate. Call 870-798-4299 and see what Cabin can do for you. We are brought to you by our friends out at Storage Floor and Carpet, 2004 Lorraine and El Dorado. They do more than just flooring, countertop, backsplashes, countertops, bathrooms, and more. And they invite you to visualize. You can see your new flooring project online at storagefloor.com. Upload your photo into their visualizer. See your options. 870-862-9446. Everybody's Antiques down in El Dorado, corner Bradley and West Hillsboro. 120 booths, 31,000 square feet to explore. You can shop them online at www.everybodiesantiques.com.
Oh, you're killing me.
Or you can just call them 870-875-1444. Mix
You
those.
didn't put like a 1 plus and then the area code. And,
One-
speaking of which,
1
area
plus
code.
870. Yes, we're getting a new area
We're getting
code.
a new area code, 372.
I don't think we're going to get a new area code unless I forget to pay my phone bill.
No. Anybody who's getting a new phone line after January 16th,
Right. So if I forget to pay my phone bill and they shut it off, then,
and you get to reassign a new number.
yeah, I mean, Just
But
saying.
everybody else got to do 10-digit dialing.
Well, you know, I come from the Metroplex, and we were on 10-digit dialing a decade ago.
I know, and since I've moved to Arkansas, and even though you're in the 501 area code,
Right.
if you're, and it was weird depending on where you were calling. So if you were calling somewhere with at least within Hot Springs, you didn't have to use a 501. But if you're calling Little Rock, you got to use a 501.
Sure.
So I couldn't figure out who's where and where's what. So if you just dial the 501 and dial the number, it goes through all the time. You don't have to test.
No, I mean, you guys should. I've been 10-digit dialing ever since I got here.
Now, since we got everything built into our phones, it's not so bad.
No.
But back in the old days,
Yeah.
when you still had touch tone telephones, and you had to dial in there. Oh, especially for those people who are still on rotary because they just refused to switch over.
Right.
And you had to do 10-digit dial. Oh, and you messed up one digit. Yeah, start all over. Oh, the struggle was real.
Mm-hmm. Oh, in Michelo's Body Shop. There's a struggle that's real. If you find yourself in the ditch, you better call
Maria
at Michelo's Body Shop, 837-2560. Dial the 870. OCMC's CDU reminding you you're not alone. Addiction's tough. If you make that choice, if you need extra help, call these guys up, man. They help you out. 870-836-1289, 1-800-232-1289. All calls are confidential. First Choice Family Care, 476 Hospital Drive in Camden, 870-800-9002. Online at myfirstchoicecare.com. Now open 7 to 7 Monday through Friday for all your medical needs. And finally, by St. John's Place in Fort Ice and Western Nursing and Rehab in Camden, the clear choice for all of your rehabilitation and long-term care needs. They provide award-winning short-term therapy services, too, so you can reach them online at stjohnsplaceofarkansas.com or WashingtonNursing.com. Do you have everything fixed over there by chance?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm just talking with traffic right now.
Oh, okay. So we're good to go.
Yes. No chief, no programming, but you know what? At least I got the programming back up.
All right.
Chief got something, got put on special assignment.
Well, you know, I mean, Bo's busy, so it's fine.
Yeah, he's too busy to come play with us.
I've been snubbed by the chief before, so
Yeah, not the first time.
probably happen again.
But he says he's got some juicy stuff for me later, though.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
All right, well, you guys stay tuned. All the news you can use with Doc Bryce is coming up.
News Talk 92, KBEU Bearden.
I'm sorry, can you clarify that last sentence for me?
That means the news and talk of South Arkansas on News Talk 92, KBEU.